going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. You've probably heard about this case already. There's been several videos made about this. I saw one this morning from Black Scout Survival. I saw Glenn Beck talking about this. He was talking to one of this guy's actual neighbors, I think it was, about this man and about this case. But I decided to go ahead and make a video myself about this to add my 2 cents, because I think there is several lessons that can be learned from what happened here. But first, let's take a look at this article, and this is from USA Supreme. This isn't a mainstream media website, so what you read here and see here isn't going to be shown on the mainstream media, because they got to push their own narrative. So you might see some things on alternative media, which is why I like alternative media, that you won't see on the mainstream media. It gives a different perspective, and most often it's more of an accurate perspective than what the mainstream media is spewing forth. But anyways, this guy here, he was shot and killed by the FBI when they was raiding his home. And supposedly he had made threats to do harm to Joe Biden, President Joe Biden. Brand new video captured by neighbor shows FBI's encounter with the man who threatened Biden. This appears more like an execution than an arrest. A Utah man was shot and killed during an FBI raid early Wednesday morning. The deceased suspect, Craig Robertson, according to multiple sources and federal reports, the FBI confirmed that the raid was related to an investigation into threats against President Joe Biden and others. The shooting happened around 6:15 a.m. local time in Provo, Utah, while FBI agents were trying to serve arrest and search warrants at a residence. President, it's hard to swallow. President Biden is scheduled to arrive in Salt Lake City later that day. On the suspect's Facebook page, there are numerous posts expressing violent intentions toward the president, towards the Biden family, and other individuals. Sorry, I can't read today, guys. Apparently. 75-year-old Craig Robertson was being charged with 3 counts of interstate threats, threats against the president, and influencing and impeding and retaliating against federal law enforcement officers by threat, according to a criminal complaint. Robertson allegedly threatened Biden earlier, but the FBI waited just days before POTUS was scheduled to visit Utah and to react at 6 a.m. He posted that the FBI had visited him before. And this is supposedly one of his posts that he made. You can see here he has a skull for his profile photograph. 75-year-old man. He was, I think, like 5'6", over 300 pounds, walked with a cane, was very ill health, and wasn't going to do anything or even be physically able to do anything, in my opinion. But anyway, he says, "Hey, FBI, you still monitoring my social media? Checking so I can be sure to have a loaded gun handy in case you drop by again." And they dropped by again and they killed him. A brand new video has been released and was captured by a neighbor showing an FBI encounter with Robertson. The FBI says its agents were attempting to serve arrest and search warrants in Provo when they shot and killed a suspect around 6:15. So the raid was around 6, and he was shot at around 6:15, so about 15 minutes transpired before he was actually shot. I'm not going to play the video because more than likely YouTube will give me a copyright strike for playing that, but I'll put the link to this article, because by below you can take this out for yourself and watch this video. And like I said, you'll see stuff here that you won't hear about or see through the mainstream media, because the mainstream media has their own narrative, and we know how that narrative usually plays out. So to get an accurate perspective of what actually happens, you need to get, kind of watch the mainstream media, listen to what they say, but also listen to alternative media, listen to what they say, and usually the answer is kind of in the middle, but it's more likely to be towards the alternative media side than the mainstream media side. That's been my experience. There are exceptions, but that's been my experience. There was an explosion outside the house, and it says, watch the middle left of the video. Whatever this video captured, it is not a gunshot. So, like I said, I'll link this below. You can watch this video. But, when I see this and what I've seen about this, The guy, like I said, he was 75 years old. He was in poor health. He walked with a cane. And I saw on Glenn Beck, a guy that actually knew this man, lives in the same community as this guy, said there's no way he could carry out, the threats he was making. He was pretty much, you couldn't walk from here to the road down here, back up the hill without dying of a heart attack or something because he's such bad health. 75 years old. I think it was 5'6", over 300 pounds. That's a huge, out of shape guy. So, he wouldn't be no threat to Joe Biden or anyone else, in my opinion. Trying to get out of his house to get in his ghillie suit, which he talked about, made a big deal out of, to carry his sniper rifle, supposedly, to a hidey hole to wait. He wouldn't have been able to do it, from what I've read and what I've heard. Anyway, the lesson from this to learn is that the FBI, they're always monitoring, they're always watching social media. The federal law enforcement are always monitoring social media. So when you go on, in your Facebook, you go on YouTube comments, and you start posting things that are threats or things that could be seen as a threat or something that could be twisted into a threat, know that you may be getting a visit from the FBI. They may come at 3:15 in the morning. They may put stun grenades through your windows. They may come through your door. They may throw you to the floor. They may handcuff you, or they may just kill you. Who knows at this point? But the point is, don't be making threats, anything that could be seen as a threat, online, because those are not anonymous. They can find out who you are, and they take this stuff very, very seriously. Even when someone like this guy here that is in horrible shape, 75 years old, walks with a cane, and just online venting and posting things, trying to get attention, and he got the wrong kind of attention, unfortunately. So the guy now is dead. Don't do it. There's no point in posting threats online. What good is it going to do to post threats online? It's stupid. It's ignorant. Don't be beating your chest online because they're always watching. And, the people doing this, posting things online, come and take it, blah, 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 chest beating. We got to take up arms, got to do this, that, or something else. These people aren't going to do anything. They are more than likely like this guy here and have no intention of doing anything whatsoever. They're trying to get attention. They're trying to scare someone maybe. But as far as actually going to do anything, they're not going to, because if they were, they wouldn't be posting their intentions online. Anyone that's serious about doing something like this is going to keep a low profile. They're not going to be posting about it online to let everybody know what's going to happen before it happens. They're going to keep their mouth shut. They're going to make plans. They're going to work out their plan, and they're going to carry out that plan. They're not going to be online posting that they're going to do something like this or making threats. People who do that are just trying to get attention. I mean, there's exceptions, but by and far, the people who go online posting threats and things like that, chest beating, aren't going to do anything, don't plan on doing anything. They're just trying to get attention. They're trying to look tough. They're trying to get a rise out of other people in the comments, for example. And it can get the wrong kind of attention, because here's proof. This guy here got shot, got killed, got murdered by the FBI. And he may have had a gun when he came through. More than likely he did, because he had a lot of firearms inside of his home, which is perfectly fine with me. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I'm not saying that. I love guns myself. Over here, you can see over here is one right here in the corner. But no doubt he probably did have a gun. And when they came through, his door was pretty sturdy, apparently, and was locked when he started to serve the warrant. So he ran through and came to the window, and he may have showed them a gun to try to scare them away or something, maybe, I don't know. So they killed him. Wrong kind of attention. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be going online posting threats of any kind. You don't want to be posting about taking up arms and things like that, because they're always watching. And I don't care if you go with, a fake profile pic and a fake name, they can still track you back from your IP address if they want. So no, you're always being watched. And like I said, if you're online posting things like this, you're like this poor guy here, You're not going to do anything whatsoever, had no intention of doing anything. You're just blowing off steam, trying to look tough. And here's where they got this poor old guy here. He got killed by the FBI. Like I said, if anyone's actually planning on doing anything to anyone, they're not going to post it online unless they're a complete lunatic. They're going to keep their mouth shut. They're going to keep low. They're going to act completely calm, relaxed. Not going to be threatening. Not going to be political. They're going to keep a low profile. They're going to plan. They're going to work out what they're going to do. And they're going to carry it out. They're not going to be posting about it online. They're not going to be beating their chest online. So, when you see these people doing this, I think that it's kind of sad because they're not going to do anything, because if they were, they wouldn't be posting online. They think it's funny. They think that it's going to scare someone. They're going to look tough. And unfortunately, sometimes you may get a visit from the FBI, the SWAT team, to raid your home. It's 3:30 in the morning to throw you down on the floor, handcuff you, take you to jail, or worse still, put about 15, 20 bullets into your body. Don't be making threats. Don't be posting stuff online. But anyways, guys, if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't, give it 2 thumbs down. Comment below, let me know what you think. And I'll put the link to this article so you can go watch these videos after you watch this video. Thanks for watching in the Creekmore Matter, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.